So without further ado, you guys got the Slido app ready. You got your questions and answers ready to go. We're going to get started. We're going to welcome Michael and Igor from Cybershoes.
Hi. So, we're going to show you the Cybershoes today. Thanks for coming, everybody. Igor is preparing himself. Let's give him a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the story of Igor. He's a gamer in his mid-30s, and he plays 2 hours each day, even more if his wife isn't at home. So, he's been spending several years in front of his old TV, playing his favorite games, until one day he decided he has the need for something new, something of the future. Because he wanted to get into the game even more, he wanted to immerse even more, so he bought a very good VR system and a powerful PC. So he started playing Doom, Arizona Sunshine, Skyrim, Fallout. Sound a bit more, the Doom, day after day, and he was enjoying it. One day, he saw this movie, Ready Player One by Steven Spielberg. It's about the guy who gets completely immersed into virtual reality. He immerses into the oasis. So, Igor wanted one thing very much. He wanted to be Parsifal. But he realized that there is one thing that separates him from Parsifal. He couldn't run, he couldn't walk, he couldn't jump, he couldn't touch. So, all he did was lying on the couch and using his gamepad. At best, he was jumping in front of his TV screen. But one day, with his controller, he smashed the TV screen. So he realized he had to do something about that. So, he's searching the internet. He found those VR treadmills. Wow, he said, wow, that's awesome. And he started to think of ways how to persuade his wife in letting him have his object of desire, as admittedly, the VR treadmill was quite massive. Then he discovered that for the cheapest option, he would have to pay 5,000, if not even 10 grand to have it. But look, ladies and gentlemen, Igor is making 1,600 a month, and it would take him 10 years to get one. Igor was very depressed. You can understand. He even considered selling his VR system. Until one day he stumbled on Kickstarter onto the Cybershoes. Running shoes for virtual reality at $200. Can that be a reality? What the fuck? $200. A true locomotion system at consumer price tag? No way. So he digged into the reviews and he said, okay, I'm gonna have this. And so did hundreds of others. And did you know, Igor lost 20 pounds on playing his favorite games. And did you know that 20% of people can't play VR because they get motion sick from the joystick movements? Cybershoes solved the problem because you see, Igor is moving his head right, left, up, down. And that has an effect on the inner ear. So, the motion sickness. And can you imagine that 70% of VR users are seeking for a more immersive experience if they can afford it? That there is 4 million users of PlayStation VR out there. Add 1 million active players on the Rift and the Oculus systems. So, what would it mean for the Cybershoes if they can get on to one of these consoles as clearly the Xbox and Sony PlayStation? They are already working on the next generation of their consoles. And did you know that in January, Facebook is dropping their Oculus Quest system? This will be a game changer because it's a standalone headset. No cables, no PC. No, this is tracking inside out the Quest. This is very much awaited. So again, can you realize what it means to get onto one of these consoles? What it means for locomotion and for the options you have to play and use this console. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been approached by Microsoft Xbox team and director, and also Oculus for Business, and even the NASA requested a prototype. So, but look, we can't walk this path alone. We need help. We need help. We need your support. We need your votes now and today. We need an investor that takes this journey, this VR adventure with us. We need a man or a woman with power and strength. Someone who knows how to open the doors of the gaming industry. Someone who knows how to close the deals with the giants.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Let's...
Thank you, Michael.
Very much.
Thank you, Igor. So that was exciting. The Oasis is coming. We have some questions from the audience. Again, use your Slido app. You can submit a question now. We've got about 3 minutes. We'll go through this. First question for you, Michael. What exactly is your product in this VR setup? And do you have some customers already?
So we have 1,000 backers on Kickstarter. They are mainly from Europe and from Japan, because next step is to go to the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas to hit the US market. Let me find the shoe. There's no shoe anymore, but you have seen it. It's only the shoe that we need, and it's connecting wirelessly. So the main advantage and feature of the Cybershoes, technically speaking, is that they track inside out. They have a roller inside for super exact tracking of the speed, and also IMUs for the orientation where you are walking. So you can look different directions than you're walking. And the IMUs, the acceleration units, can be also used for kicking, jumping, and skiing, whatever you can imagine to get out of these data.
Great. So the next question is, what is the cost of this product?
At a consumer price tag, it can go for 200, but in the next step, you will have to pay 400 because it's not yet being mass produced at a large level.
Okay, speaking of being mass-produced, how many units do you actually have?
We're going to produce 2,000 units and having them ready next year.
Early next year?
Early next year,
Okay.
yes.
I have a question. When you were doing this, you were sitting, but do the shoes also support just standing like normal as well?
No, well, actually with standing, you're running in the wrong direction because this is physically, it's not possible by the means of a consumer, because if you want to stay in one space and you stand, and physically you need either a very expensive support harness or a moving floor. These systems are existing, but they cost 5 to 10 and even in Finiatech 50 grand. So this won't ever happen in the next 10 or 20 years. I'm sorry for that, but we've seen immersion does the trick, and leading VR journalists have been quite skeptical ahead, but when they used Cybershoes, they were really impressed.
Okay, one last question for you. Does this come in male and female sizes, and what size range are you going to make for it?
It's one size for all.
One size fits all? Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Igor.